Okay, so this will be the fourth video lecture on our discussion on the anatomy and physiology of our farm animals. So we will be discussing on integumentary system. So integumentary system mainly involves yung skin natin. Okay? So for the discussion, I will be talking about the definition and general function of the integumentary system, the major components of the integumentary system, the species-specific integumentary features, as well as common integumentary disorder, and then what is the importance or function in animal production. Okay? So first will be on the definition and general function. So, the integumentary system includes the skin and its derivatives. So, ito yung mga hair, yung feathers, yung hooves, yung horns, yung claws, yung sweat and sebaceous glands natin ng animal. It serves as a first line of defense and plays a key role in protection, regulation, and sensory perception. So, kung observant ka, parang lahat na ng mga nakikita mo outside the body of the animal, um, yun na yung mga organs that are involved actually in integumentary system. So, yung skin niya, skin ng animal, yung hair niya, yung feathers, yung hooves, yung horns, yung claws. So, those are all it can be seen except I guess for the sweat and sebaceous glands can be seen through externally through the naked eye. So madali na lang matandaan kung ano yung mga organs that are involved in an integumentary system. Aside from that, again they are the first line of defense. So kaya nga pag merong break or wound sa skin mo, um, essentially na-open yan. Uh, and it can cause infection. Kaya kung hindi, pag nasugatan yung animal, tapos hindi natritan kaagad, magkakaroon niya ng infection. Why? Um, kasi nga, nag-open na yung, uh, you left open the inside, kumbaga, nung body system ng animal to the outside environment. Eh yung mga outside environment, ang daming bacteria, ang daming mga ano, ang daming mga tawag nito, mga virus that can cause disease doon sa animal. So they pag kaya nga they are the first line of defense. And again, they play a key role in protection, regulation, and sensory perception. So when we say regulation, mainly involves yung thermoregulation natin. Okay? Then sensory perception, ito yung touch, kumbaga. So again, for the main function to specify, so sa protection, it will protect the animal from injury, from pathogens, yung sinabi kong mga bacteria, the UV rays also, and dehydration. Okay, so yon yung ano natin. Yon yung specific na function niya when it comes to protecting our body. Then aside from that, temperature regulation. So via sweat glands, blood flow, and insulation. So it acts as an insulation. Kumbaga, ti bubeda, balayo, akong bubeda na napudot kasi diretso digigal ba kanyam. So you need insulation and you can imagine yung bubeda na yon as the skin. So nalamlamis no kwa kumbaga. And then aside from that, sweat glands are also inside yung integumentary system, yon doon sa skin mismo. And again, yung sweat kasi, tsaka lang naman lalabas yan, or yon yung sweat kasi, it is a parang mechanism of the body. Although some animals walang sweat glands, kaya kailangan talagang i-regulate yung temperature outside of the environment. Pero again, like for example tayo, merong sweat glands, pag naiinitan, lumalabas yung sweat. So this is a way to regulate yung temperature, okay? Then aside from that, blood flow, yung sinabi ko last video lecture, na kung saan yung blood that will flow through the skin, which is near the surface na, will cool, it will be colder. Then pagpasok niya sa body cavity or inside the body na ng animal, syempre cold blood na yon. So it will regulate the temperature. Yon. Then aside from that, sensory reception for pain, pressure, heat, and touch. So pag no kinudtot mo, tabagbagi, ma-feel mo je pain, ma-feel mo je pressure. So no nag-ano ka, danang colding ka niya, ma-feel mo yung yung touch, yung pag inilapit mo yung kamay mo doon sa nagbabagang uling, that's it. That is heat. So, nafe-feel mo itong mga to because of the nerve cells that are in the skin. Then, aside from that, excretion of waste product via yung ating sweat. And then, the last function is that it can produce vitamin D, especially in mammals. And then, aside from that, camouflage, social signal or defense, pwede din na main function nitong integumentary system natin. So, ano yung mga major components ng integumentary system natin? So, first, sa skin. So, yung skin natin, meron tayo nitong epidermis. So, laging tatandaan when it comes to epidermis, um, ito yung pinaka external or ito yung outside layer na. Okay? So, it functions as a barrier against water loss and microbes and regenerates regularly kasi nga na-expose sa outside environment. Kaya, it will regenerate regularly. Yan yung epidermis. Then, yung middle layer niya ay it is called the dermis. So, it is the middle layer wherein it will contain itong mga to. Ito yung itong outer layer, this is the epidermis. Yung middle layer, that is the dermis, that contains na yung mga blood vessels. So, ang function naman nitong epidermis natin, it supports epidermis, enables sensation and thermoregulation. Then, sa hypodermis naman natin, this is the deepest layer. This is where the connective tissues and fats are located. So, ang function naman ni hypodermis is that it provides insulation and energy storage kasi nga nandyan yung fat. Okay? So, yan yung ating skin. Epidermis, dermis, hypodermis. So, we have here that melanin in the epidermis actually protect against UV damage. So, mas may protection melanin kasi ano yan, may mas protection yung mga mas darker yung skin compared sa whiter skin kasi kulang sila sa melanin kumbaga. So, be thankful kumbaga kung meron kang darker skin kasi you are much protected against UV damage, ultraviolet damage. Then you have yung sebaceous glands. Ano naman yung sebaceous glands? These glands secrete oils for waterproofing and skin lubrication. So, makikita ito sa mga, like for example, ducks. Yung ducks, kung na-observe nyo yung ginagawa nila, meron silang parang kinukuha doon sa likod nila, jikimutda. That is where their sebaceous glands is actually located. Sinisikret yung oil, tapos pag kumukuha na sila doon sa gland, doon sa likod nila, parang iwarwaras da, ka DJ Feathers da, in order to waterproof it. Okay? Kaya nga they are able to dive underwater and then come out, parang hindi sila basa because of that sebaceous gland that secrete the oil called sebum. Okay? So, yan yung skin. Then you have yung mga appendages ng skin and their derivatives. So sa mammals natin, you have your hair. So ang function ng buhok is for insulation, sensory, and species identification. Then you have yung feathers sa birds. So again, it is for insulation, flight, and mating display. So makikita ito particularly sa mga male na mga birds or poultry species natin that have like this extravagant na mga plumage or feathers kasi nga for mating display. So kung mas maganda yung feather mo, mas maganda yung plumage pattern mo, mas nakaka-attract ka ng female. Ganon. Then aside from that, you have yung mga sweat glands natin. So thermoregulations, please take note that it is well developed in horses pero limited in pigs. Then you have yung sebaceous glands. So yun sinabi ko kanina, it will lubricate the skin and hair, and then it also acts as an antimicrobial um, mechanism for the animals natin. Then you have yung horns on and hooves protection, for protection kasi yung hooves mo or yung horns mo ginagamit para horns ng mga animals ginagamit through pag may kinakalaban sila ganon, defense as well as locomotion. Then claws and nails, this is for digging, grasping, and defense. And then for teeth or other skin, mainly for milk delivery sa mga like lactating animals natin. Okay? So those are the appendages of the skin and their derivatives as well as their function. So laging tatandaan that birds lack the sweat glands and use panting and posture for thermoregulation. So meaning walang sweat glands yung mga birds natin, and because of that, madali silang mainitan. Wala silang extra way, extra mechanism to actually regulate their temperature. Kaya nga kung tinitingnan nyo yung mga broiler na nakakulong or yung mga layer na nakakulong, ang ginagawa nila, nagpapan sila. Ano ba yung panting? Yung agal-al-al, kinanayon, yung bird. Okay? This is to regulate the temperature inside their body. Kasi nga, to compensate with the lack of sweat glands. Okay? Then, you have yung species-specific integumentary features. Sa cattle, ang special features niya, thick skin, sebaceous glands for fly resistance. Meron siyang hair coat that is important in heat regulation. For swine, meron siyang thin skin and poorly developed sweat glands, wherein because of the thin skin, they are prone to sunburn. Then you have yung goats and sheep. So you have the hair for the goats, the wool for the sheep, that it used for insulation. Then, you have what we call as lanolin. Yung sebaceous glands ng goat and sheep, meron tayong lanolin. That similar, acts for like protects and antimicrobial action. And then, you have yung poultry. Feathers naman, yung special features nila, wala silang sweat glands, pero ito pala, yung preen gland for waterproofing. Yan yung sinasabi ko, yung preen gland. Hindi pala sebaceous gland, preen gland yung for waterproofing. Then you have yung horses, they have well-developed sweat glands, skin use in thermoregulation during intense work. So yan, pag tumatakbo ng mabilis yung isang horse. So wool and hides, please take note, are economically important products derived from the integumentary system. So again, pag sinabing economically important, they demand a high price. Yung wool kasi it is used for clothing. Yung hide, it is used for leather, and leather is expensive. So yeah, they are economically important, and these are wool and hides are parts of the integumentary system. Then, when it comes to the common integumentary disorders, first you have mange or mites. So, it is caused by parasites. So, Ang sign or effects nito, hair loss, itchings, reduced feed intake, and growth. So, yung mange, ito yung parang English word ng good. A good yung aso, a good yung baboy, mga ganun. Then you have ringworm. So, ringworm kasi meron niyang makikitang mga circle-circle doon sa skin ng isang, like for example, sa baboy. So, it is caused by fungal infection kasi. So, yung signs and effects, circular skin lesions, and it is zoonotic. Ano nga ba yung zoonotic na word? Yan. Ano nga ba yung zoonotic na word? Zoonotic means na ipapasa sa'yo na human. Okay? Kaya delikado, kumbaga, yung ringworm. Then you have sunburn, which is, like for example, sa swine, caused by excessive ultraviolet exposure, and pwedeng magkaroon ng blisters or reddened skin, and masakit yan, kumbaga. And then you also have foot rot. So it is caused by bacterial infection, and it can sign and effects is lameness for weight gain kasi nga lameness meaning hindi na yan makatayo. For weight gain, hindi na yan makakain dahil sa pain and hindi na siya makatayo. Okay? Then, yung wound infections, it is caused by cuts, bites, the horning injuries. So, the sign and effects, inflammation, pus, nana, systematic infection risk. So, meaning, ito yung common na sugat. And then, you have yung feather pecking. So it is caused by behavioral or stress-related causes. So signs and effects, feather loss, injury, reduced egg production. So those are your common disorders that is related to the integumentary system. Now, when it comes to the importance or functions in animal production, again, because of the function of protection, it reduces the infection and physical injuries ng animal, meaning mas productive yung animal. Because of the heat regulation function, it maintains a comfortable and productive environment for the animal. And then the animal welfare indicator, the skin condition, pwede mong tignan para makita mo kung meron bang sakit yung animal or nai-stress ba yung animal. And then you can do the appropriate action or management. Then, reproductive cues. So, like for example, estrus swelling doon sa vulva ng animal, the feather coat condition that will signal fertility. These are reproductive cues, and then it can provide information, important information for the farmers. Then, product quality. So, yung skin mismo kasi, yun yung influence ng value ng mga, like for example, hide and leather. So, yung wool at saka feather. So, basically, ano yan, economically important na organ itong skin natin or skin ng animals. And then, for identification, yung mga hair whorls, basically yan yung aligusgus, pigmentation, brands, or feather patterns are used for identification and breed classification. Okay, so those are the importance of the integumentary system in animal production. So with that, that ends our discussion on the integumentary system. Thank you for listening.